All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, May 28th. We got game number 4 of the Western Conference Finals between the Mavs and the Timberwolves. Right now, Mavs are up 3-0. So we're going to dig into this game, let you know our thoughts on it. I'm going to give you my lean on the spread. I'm going to give you my lean on the total. We have a few player props that we like as well. Then we have a same game parlay that involves a giveaway at the end of the video. But as always, guys, keep an eye on the pinned comment. That is where all of my final plays will live. So what I'm actually rolling with and betting myself. If you do want to fade me, all those plays are going to be in the pinned comment. We didn't have a video yesterday, but we did have one 2 days ago, which was also which was this series, game number 3. We had Derek Lively under 1.5 blocks and Kyrie over 3.5 rebounds. We split there. Lively going down with an injury. He did return, but missed a chunk of that game. Definitely helped that because he had 1 block in the first quarter, but nonetheless, we'll take it. We don't control the injuries out there. And guys, we're back with the hashtag ride of the day. So if you don't know what that is, all you got to do is use hashtag ride of the day in the comments. Drop an absolute banger of a play. I'm jumping on board with one person's pick, giving you a shout out in the next video, win or loss. Also a shout out over on my Twitter if you do want to follow me there. If you win, we continue to ride with your plays. So go ahead and use those hashtag ride of the days in the comments. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this game. Like I said, Dallas up 3-0, which 100% was not expected, right? This is the 5th seed. They've now made it to the Western Conference Finals, and they're up 3-0 against Minnesota here. The games have all been really close. Honestly, game number 3, which they won by, was it 9 points, was the least close game, right? That was farthest from it. It was 108-105 in game 1, 109-108 in game 2, 116-107 in game 3. In terms of where I lean here, maybe I'm just taking the bait and thinking that, no, Minnesota's going to win one or something like that. But I like the Wolves in this game. I just can't picture them being swept, which isn't the best way to go into a bet. But overall, I still think Minnesota, on paper, at least the recent track record, would have looked like a better team, you know what I mean? So I do think with their defense and their ability to hopefully kind of make this series continue, just more basketball for us to watch, right? I think the defense comes through and kind of shows up today. Now, overall, like I had mentioned, they looked like the better team leading up to this, but I don't think there's any denying that the Mavs have shown that they can close games, right? Like 2 really close one-possession games the Mavs have pulled out. Luka's been electric. Anthony Edwards seemingly has taken steps back in the last couple minutes of the game, so superstar to superstar, it's been tough for them. But I think that this is a defensive spot for Minnesota. So I'm going to lean towards them. Give me the +2. I don't mind them on the money line either for plus money. I have a few more player props that I like than the side in this game, so keep an eye on the pinned comment. In terms of the total here, this one, I know I just said Minnesota's defense is going to show up, but it's still a little bit too low for me. Like, even if this is a 106-105 game, which would, mean it's a low-scoring game, it still goes over. And Dallas hasn't really shown any part of them that says, hey, we're going to take time off. They've been scoring, it's not been like a 122 type pace, but they've been scoring. Both teams, honestly, have been scoring fairly consistently over 105 throughout the playoffs, as well as definitely in this series. So give me the over in this spot, even though I do think Minnesota's defense is going to show up today. So in terms of player props, before we get into that, I do want to shout out Sleeper. If you guys are not on Sleeper yet, you got to go check it out. If it's available in your state and you are not signed up, you're missing out on one of the best, if not the best, daily fantasy player prop app out there. What it is it's an app in which you combine 2 or more player props into a slip. You can either select that you have to win them all to get paid out or have to win increments of the total slip. But either way, guys, each and every play you throw in there counts towards the odds and the multiplier that you get paid out, which is different than most of the other apps. They follow a fixed payout structure, right? 2 for 2 is 3x, yada, yada, yada. Sleeper, every single play you throw in there has a unique multiplier. If you use the link in the pinned comment today, you can get 100% of your first deposit matched, so they'll double your first deposit. That's a no-brainer in and of itself. And for new users today, you see that Kyrie Irving free square, 0.5 points on the right of your screen, you get that as well. So go check out Sleeper today. Again, that link is in the pinned comment. I highly recommend this app. Seriously, guys, I love Sleeper. It's my favorite player prop app out there. It's available in your state. Stop sleeping. Wake up and get Sleeper. Let's go ahead and jump into the player props here. I'm going to start it off with Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford, I think, is under 11.5 points for plus money. Now, the reason this has jumped is due to the fact that, Maxi Kleber's been out. And now Derek Lively, I believe, is fully ruled out too as well. But even still, if we say, okay, well, on the season, you know, no Maxi Kleber, no Derek Lively, right? His numbers still don't look all that crazy. He's hit the under in more games than not. In the last 5, he's hit the under in 3. But if we say, okay, you know what, screw the filters, anything like that, right? Even in the playoffs here, like, he just hasn't necessarily been going off offensively. And the field goals, 7 field goals. He took 4 last game. You know, Derek Lively missed a lot of that game, so he still wasn't necessarily the scorer. I don't mind his under points plus rebounds either, right? And keep in mind, we've been very good at predicting Daniel Gafford's level of impact on the game and whatnot. And I think that this is a spot in which, you know, he could have like an 8-7 game and fall way short of this 19.5. So whether it's points or points plus rebounds, or we split a unit between the two, I do like that spot for him, or lack thereof of a spot for him. We have 3 unders, by the way, in terms of our player props. So they're all player props that are under. So maybe that's not the sexiest plays, but you know what? We're rolling with it. Moving on to another plus money under here. Rudy Gobert under 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. You could see in this series so far, he's only done it in 1 of the 3 games. But my biggest thing is he's going to get into foul trouble. I truly believe that. He's averaging 4.1 fouls, and that's with an outlier of 1 foul in this game against Denver, which was, I believe, game number 6. So I think that if he gets 4 or 5 fouls, he's going to struggle to be on the court. They're going to need him today, in a sense of where he's going to try and not foul, but this is literally like backs against the wall for the Timberwolves, right? So he's going to be playing physical and trying to block shots. I think he gets a few fouls. So overall, that's really what I'm banking on, under 23.5 PRA for Rudy Gobert. And then this one, you know, minus 105, under 0.5 3-pointers made for Jaden Hardy. I'm almost hoping the minutes just continue to play where they are, because he's only taking, you know, 1 to 2 shots per game. On the season, he was a 36% shooter. So if he shoots 1, the way I think about it, we have a 70% chance of cashing this. If he shoots 2, you know, we still have a decent chance of cashing. So I like the under here. If he shoots 3 threes, that's where I think that we get into trouble, which he has already done in the series in game number 2. He made 2 of them, okay? I get it, but he's not a 66% shooter. And, you know, I think that if we don't have the minutes, we're not going to see many threes from him. So that's kind of where I make out on that. Again, we're looking at under Daniel Gafford points plus rebounds or points, under PRA for Rudy Gobert, and then under 0.5 threes for Jaden Hardy. Now, again, the lively impact, maybe some of these guys' minutes gets a little bit more, which could screw us, but ultimately, I still don't mind it. Now, before we do get into the same game parlay, which we have plus 500, I believe, payout. If we cash this same game parlay that we're about to show, I'll give away $50 to someone that comments parlay, and let me know your Twitter or Instagram username in the comments so that I can reach out to you. So comment parlay to be eligible. Again, you got to put either your Instagram or Twitter username. Let me know if it's Twitter or Instagram. Last time we got a bunch of usernames and I'm like, well, I don't know which is Instagram, which is Twitter. You know what I mean? So comment parlay, that's the keyword that'll get you in. And then let me know Instagram username, Twitter username, that type of thing. And yeah, if this hits, we will go ahead and give away $50 to the winner. Got to be subscribed as well. But guys, we're doing this over on BetMGM. I've talked to you about it for the playoffs so far. MGM has the best same game parlay odds. For example, the one that we're looking at here is plus 500. On DK, it's in the plus 400s. Same thing on FanDuel. So use the link in the pinned comment. You'll get this amazing first-time better deal, up to $1,500 paid back in bonus bets if your first bet does not win. What an absolute no-brainer. Go ahead and check it out. But this is the same game parlay. If you want to ride with it, use that link in the pinned comment as well. You'll get that deal. Naz Reid, 2+ 3-pointers. PJ, 2+ 3-pointers. Now Luka to score 25, Ant to score 25, and then Kyrie to score 20. That is plus 500. In fact, if we log in real quick, let me do this. Maybe we have a boost because that'll help the odds as well. MGM's been throwing out a bunch of boosts as well, which is really good to see. Let's see. We do have a promo. The promo is insurance. Okay, so there we go. Great. Let's throw it in. This again, Naz Reid 2+ 3s, PJ 2+ 3s, Luka 25+, and Edwards 25+, Kyrie 20+ points on. That's for plus 500, right? Over on DK, it's plus 425, and FanDuel plus 478, which honestly, those are closer than they've been all playoffs, right? But this is now locked in. Again, that same game parlay. If it were to cash, we're going to give away $50 to someone in the comments. Comment parlay, give me a username, let me know if it's your Instagram or your Twitter. And that is what I have for you guys for today's video. Appreciate everybody that tunes in. We traveled yesterday, so we didn't get the videos out. But shout out to the Celtics. We go into the ship. I'm a Celtics fan. Very excited about that. Rooting for Minnesota here because that would help the Celtics out, you know, not having Dallas get the same amount of rest. But nonetheless, guys, I'm going to ramble at this point. We'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.